Silence for the memory of the past souls. I so submit, Your Excellency.
Deputy Senate President.
Thank you, Mr. President. I stand to second the motion as ably presented by Senator Ashiru Oyolola Yisa, the Deputy Leader of the Senate. Mr. President, we can clearly observe that the rate of kidnappings and banditry activities increased all over the country just after President Trump made a statement about the possibility of the United States.
President who?
President Trump of the United States. Of the United States.
Yes.
Made a statement showing his intention, the intention of his country to intervene militarily because of...
Tell Senator Mustafa not to interrupt you.
I'm protected.
He said, he said, I'm not looking at that side. I'm seeing everywhere. I only wanted you to clarify who was Trump. So anybody can bear Trump.
Okay.
And you can even be a president of a tennis club. So that's why I said president what?
Yeah.
And which country, and then you clarified.
So since he made that statement, showing the possibility of the United States to intervene militarily here in order to deal with the perceived notion that there's a genocide of Christians in Nigeria. Since then, the spate of these terrorist activities have increased in this country, which shows that those who are into this heinous crime do not love our country. They don't love our country. So they want to propel that intention of the United States, but they shall never succeed. Mr. President, we are facing challenges as a nation. We have faced several challenges before now. Before now, of course, it was the issue of armed robbery. Armed robbery everywhere in this country. But we're able to deal with that problem. And we shall also, by grace of God, deal with this problem where we no longer hear about these heinous crimes being, committed on our land. Before now, it was difficult for you to travel along our road networks without being attacked by armed robbers. But we're able to deal with this problem when the deployment of technology came in, and then we had a cashless policy in line with international best practices. That has stopped. Not even that. Recently, we're faced with COVID-19. We're able to deal with the problem. The United States, that is best put in place in terms of military power in the whole world, had similar problem when it was attacked by terrorists. Thousands were killed, but they were able to deal with their problem within the United States and even had assistance from all over the world. They were assisted. Now, what do we do in this situation? What we need to do in this situation is to look inwards and try to deal with our problem. This problem is surmountable, and we shall surmount the problem by the collective zeal of the Nigerian people. How do we do this? Bring in the efforts of everyone. The issue of security is a security for all. It's something that is for all of us. It doesn't reside on the shoulders of the federal government alone, nor the state governments, nor the local governments. Everybody has to come together. We need to come together by way of making sure that, now, as we speak, the state governments are having a wonderful time making more money, right? Also the local governments. So we need to come together, harness what is necessary, what is important for us to achieve our aim of eliminating this issue of insecurity, so that, for instance, every state of the federation, because these problems, the route used by the terrorists are interconnected from one state to the other. So if you decide, if for instance we decide to deal with the problem in one state alone, that will not produce the necessary result. So all the states must be doing the same thing at the right time, at the same time. Deploy technology by way of making sure, because everybody knows that by the time you have surveillance, drones and what have you, you'll be able to see these people that move in convoy. They move in convoy to commit these atrocities. So we should deploy technology and have our men trained, because the military is doing its best. We know they are doing their best, but we need to come together and help them. So every state should be able to secure its own area by way of collaborating with the military, with all the security agencies. We should be able to do that all over the country. And when we're able to do that, I think we can find a solution to this problem. Leaving the matter alone for federal government will not work. As I said earlier, the United States, when it got into problem, everybody came on board. Even, foreign countries came to assist the United States. That was the United States for you, but the number one military power in the world. So we should also seek assistance from overseas, from our partners, from our allies, so that we can put our efforts together and deal with this problem. It's surmountable. Mr. President, we need to begin now. We need to touch all those, in fact, even, business corporations, high net worth individuals. I'll give an example, Mr. President. In the 9th Senate, I was approached by the DG of a security agency. I will not name that agency. He told me there was the need for them to have a surveillance of a city, a very, very key city in this country. I will not name the city for security concern. And he said they submitted their budget, but they could not have funding for that project because of a paucity of funds. That he felt, instead of going to Mr. President, I should see how I can assist. I said, well, no problem. How much do you need? He told me the amount. I said, we cannot provide all what you need in 1 year. He said, yeah, it's okay, because this project is a big one. It should be phased. So I provided money for the project for year 1, year 2, and year 3, and the project was concluded. Now in that city, wherever you go, whatever you do, you are safe. Even if you are related on the street, they watch you, they know what you are doing. So I did that. So by the time you touch all the state governments, they can also do this kind of arrangement in their states, with collaboration of the security agencies, the military, and so on and so forth. So it should be a collective effort. If you deal with the problem here and you don't deal with the other side, they will run from one end to the other. So, Mr. President, it's something that is doable. We should do it so that we can secure our country. I say so, Mr. President.
The Leader of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President, and very distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President, there comes a time in the life of every nation, organization, or individual when you come to a decision that first you recognize that this is a turning point, and two, that it must not be business as usual. Mr. President, the events of the last 2 weeks in our country with respect to insecurity have further shown that on both sides something needs to be done. On the side of government, we have seen increased efforts at trying to combat these insecurity challenges headlong.